First to developing news this morning with the drowning toll from what authorities are describing as the worst Easter on record, rising to 7. New South Wales Police have this morning confirmed a 9-year-old boy died after becoming trapped in rocks off the mid-north coast yesterday. The devastating spike in drownings came amid dangerous surf warnings in New South Wales over the weekend, while in Victoria a woman drowned in waters near Phillip Island as the search for her 41-year-old husband continues.
Let's bring in Tahnee Jash now in Sydney and Dinushi Dias in Melbourne. Tahnee, to you first. Take us through the latest. It's been an awful weekend in New South Wales.
Yeah, that's right, Bridget. It has been quite a devastating weekend here in New South Wales, with 6 recorded drownings on record, with the latest being a 9-year-old boy. Now, emergency services were called to a beach in southwest Rocks on the mid-north coast of New South Wales at around 3:30 p.m. yesterday, after reports that the boy had been stuck between the shoreline and some rocks. And while emergency services tried to rescue him and save him, he unfortunately died. He died at the scene. Now, in New South Wales, as you mentioned, there were sadly a couple of deaths across the weekend, 6 in total. One was recorded yesterday at Guatemala Beach yesterday morning, as well as Tathra, Green Cape, Wollongong, which is along the south coast of New South Wales, as well as Mossman in Sydney's North Shore. Now, in addition to this, Surf Life Saving New South Wales say they've carried out 150 rescues across the weekend, describing this as the worst Easter long weekend in history. Now, police are also continuing a search for a 24-year-old man who went missing off who was swept off rocks here behind me at Little Bay, and so that search continues this morning with water police. But all of these drownings have occurred with people being swept off rock shelves, and so there's a real concern or warnings from authorities for people to really take caution when visiting the beach, especially as the Bureau of Meteorology predict a warmer than usual winter. The advice is really to visit patrolled beaches and swim between the red and yellow flags.
And Dinushi, in Victoria, a woman has also drowned. What do we know?
Yes, Bridget, it was a really tragic start to the Easter long weekend. A woman died. She was with friends exploring what's a really beautiful part of Victoria near Phillip Island. There's a beach called Punchbowl in San Remo in the southeast, and these 3 friends were out just exploring, and sadly a wave knocked them into the water. Now, that woman died, and then her husband, a 41-year-old man, has been missing since Good Friday. Fortunately, their friend is okay, but we are waiting to hear on how the search is going for him. Yesterday, authorities said that they had spent all of the long weekend looking for him, but on Sunday afternoon there still was no trace. So we're hoping to hear some good news on that. And, as Tahnee mentioned, authorities are really urging people as we, enjoy these warmer weather to just read warning signs when you are out looking at some of our beautiful coastlines, and to obviously not swim anywhere that's not patrolled. Meanwhile, police around the country are also urging road users to take extra care. We're in the middle of back-to-back long weekends, which is a really busy time of year for travel, not just at the airport, as you can see behind me, lots of cars rushing to get to their planes, but also on the roads around the country. Sadly, on Easter Sunday here in Melbourne, north of Melbourne, there was a crash involving 2 people on a motorbike that hit another car. They both died. Now, police allege that motorbike was stolen, and they're trying to piece together what actually happened. But we're hearing stories like this from around the country. West of Brisbane in Gatton, there was a 60-year-old man riding a motorcycle who died sadly after he crashed into a ute. So police are really urging everyone to make the most of these holidays. This is a time when we should be creating beautiful memories with each other and not really having that death toll climb. In Australia, since the start of 2025, there's been more than 300 people killed on our roads. And when you think about that number, it's not just 300 dead, it's 300 groups of friends, 300 families, groups of colleagues, so a lot of people affected. So the advice from police is to please take extra care, drive under the speed limit, and really just look out for each other when you are out trying to visit friends and family.
Really important advice, Dinushi Dias and Tahnee Jash in Sydney. Thanks very much. Let's get some more news now. Emma's with us. Good morning.
Good morning to you all. The federal opposition leader is turning his attention to crime policy before early voting in the federal election opens tomorrow. Peter Dutton says if elected, a coalition government would trial a national child sex offender registry scheme, a revival of his controversial 2019 plan. He's also expected to pledge $355 million to upgrade detection capabilities at Australia's borders to better intercept illegal drug imports. A months-long ABC investigation has revealed the strategies jihadist extremists are using to recruit Australian teenagers. The Four Corners interview with an insider of the local terror network exposes Australia's jihadist leaders and their global connections. Pope Francis has made a brief Easter Sunday appearance to bless the large crowds gathered at St Peter's Square. The head of the Catholic Church is still recovering from a near-fatal bout of double pneumonia in February. The pontiff also briefly met US Vice President JD Vance, who was visiting Italy with his family for Easter. Teenage sprinting superstar Gout Gout will run in front of record crowds at Australia's oldest and most prestigious foot race today. More than 15,000 people are expected to attend the final day of the Stawell Gift in Victoria's West. Gout Gout is expected to meet rival Lachlan Kennedy in the men's final, while Olympian Brie Rizzo will be competing for the women's title.
It was a dog day afternoon in Scotland with a field of 16 competing in the annual Corgy Derby. 4-year-old Juno took home the grand prize of dog treats, beating her other competitors dressed in bright jumpers. The race was first held in 2022 to mark Queen Elizabeth II's 70 years on the throne. One of our lovely makeup artists, Brooke Pearson, has 2 gorgeous corgis. I think they would have won as well. They're called Rocky and
oh, how could you forget the other name?
Bridget.
How could you?
Cookie,
Bridget?
yes, Cookie, who is
Cookie.
internet famous, and I'm pretty sure
Was?
Cookie recently won.
Okay.
What?
You know,
a
best in
grooming.
show, a grooming.
Yeah,
He's
there was
gorgeous.
something. Yeah.
Like pretty
He's
as
very
Corgi.
gorgeous. Yeah, he's very cute. I think they're so cute with their short
They have a
legs.
very high snack drive as well. Apparently that's how you get them to run quickly. Got
Listen,
lots
they're
of
not very
snacks.
athletic.
Lots of snacks.